Breeders' Cup races continue. Best way to play it through NyraBets. Head over to nyrabets.com. Use the promo code CUP25, free $25 play, and a $200 deposit match. The Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint. One more year and one more opportunity to get it completely wrong. We'll see how it works out. It is wild. It is a competitive field. Golden Pal for Wesley Ward could end up being the favorite. I think he is a mediocre favorite at that. We'll see, though. It doesn't appear there is a ton of speed in this race, but maybe Charmaine's Meal will show speed. Maybe Lieutenant Dan will show speed. Maybe Gear Jockey can be more forward. If Golden Pal is able to control on the front end, he might be tough to beat. Now, Golden Pal won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint last year as I make my way through this large field, and he was able to wire the field in the race we're taking a look at right now at Keeneland, the Woodford. He easily beat Extravagant Kid, the well-traveled Extravagant Kid. It did not get a big buyer figure. I think it's probably a better race than that. But the problem that I have with Golden Pal is his figures aren't fast enough to beat a lot of horses in this race, and he's probably going to be the favorite. And there's this general feeling that Wesley Ward has some sort of magic in these turf sprints. Now, listen, he's done very well over the world in these races, but I don't think that Golden Pal's talent necessarily deserves to be a favorite in this race. But from a dynamic standpoint, he's going. We'll see who goes with him in here. If he's not able to control in the front end, I believe he's getting nothing in here. But I'm afraid that he might be able to, so I'm scared of him. I don't know exactly what to do with him. Listen, Extravagant Kid's not the worst long shot, but you have to hope the race is going to fall apart. And at 5 furlongs at Del Mar, we'll see if that's going to happen. I ended up picking the number 10 Gear Jockey in top in this race, and we'll take a look at his easy win at Kentucky Downs last time with a 105 buyer. He wasn't on the inside. I don't think the inside was as strong as September 11th as it was in the 12th. Still a good place to be, though. He should have won the Troy 2 back. He got completely left, or he would have won that race, and he would have run another comparable fig. I just think he might be the best U.S. horse in this race, and I think he's going to be in the 6-1 or more range. So I guess he's going to be some value. And even though he's not as fast the likes of the favorite Golden Pal and some others, he's not that slow. And I think that Jose Lezcano, much like he did in the last race, will get him in the race. Now, this will be a faster-paced race, but I like Gear Jockey. I think he's just been tremendous for Rusty Arnold once they've been sprinting him, and I believe that he can get it done in here. And if his price is fair enough, he would be the one that I would be betting on. Lieutenant Dan, for fans of Forrest Gump, but for fans of good horses. I think Lieutenant Dan, the California horse, is a major player in this race. Now, listen, he's obviously facing significantly better horses than he's faced in his recent races. But he's 3 for 3 sprinting on the turf. 2 of those were 5 furlongs at Del Mar. He's running figures that are competitive. And listen, he beat Snapper Sinclair, who's that talented miler running the dirt mile later, but seems to be good at just about anything. And I think Lieutenant Dan can be forwardly placed in here, and I don't want to dismiss this horse. I like his races, and I think he's a decent enough player. The horse that I don't get at all in this race, but I haven't gotten her in other races, and she keeps winning, is Kamari. And Kamari will probably take money just because she has this terrific record. She's 6 for 10 with 2 seconds and a third, and she's going out for Wesley Ward, and she does have Joel Rosario. I don't understand what she's doing in this race. Why is she not in the filly and mare dirt sprint? We'll take a look at some race of hers. This is the Madison, right? This is dirt. That brown stuff, that's dirt. Why would she not run in a much easier, it's not an easier race, but this is the surface she's done the best on. Her turf races, albeit as a 2-year-old, are nowhere near as fast as her dirt races. She seems to be a better dirt horse. Now, maybe it's counterintuitive, and Wesley Ward knows best. The other thing is, she runs by appointment only. Where the heck has she been since April? I really don't think Wesley said, I'm going to get 2 years in a row of 3 back-to-back races. Now, listen, maybe he only runs her when she's doing perfectly, and maybe Wesley knows better than we do, but I think she takes money, and based on her turf efforts, she's simply not good enough to win this race. Let's talk about Europeans. Last year's winner, Glass Slippers, is not as good a horse this year as she was last year, as evidenced by her distant third-place finisher in the Prix de l'Abeille that we're going to take a look at right now from Longchamp. And at the point we pick it up, she and A Case of You are basically on even terms. A Case of You is between horses in those grayish silk. She's going to burst through and make, he is, a gigantic run. I think she, because I'm guessing this horse is named after a song, but that's another story. She gets it done at 10-1, and she has improved. That is quite a burst of speed. Glass Slippers, she never got going in this race and was a distant third. KCU has really improved. A second at 33-1 in a very, very strong Group 1, then a win, the prestigious Prix de l'Abeille. The problem is she's a bit of a deep closer, and I just don't know this race going to set up for her, and she has that sort of last time was the time look. I don't deny how good her recent races are. I'm just not sure she's going to be the right horse for this race, and if I wanted a European, it would be the number 2, Amirati Anna. Amirati Anna comes out of a win last time at 11-1, and she's another one who's improved a lot. Second at 40-1, 2 back, and then she has this nose win last time out in the Sprint Cup at Haydock. This is a very prestigious Group 1 race, and I thought that he ran very well to win it. And he beat a very, very good horse in Starman. You can see Starman is earlier in his PBs, and Starman was much, much better than him earlier in the year. But it seems like Amirati Anna is really coming to hand and improving. I guess the question you have to ask yourself, and this win, by the way, was coming just 15 days after the previous effort. Now we've got 2 months since this race. Is he an improved horse that's going to continue to go forward? Or was he another last time was the time horse? I'm a little ambivalent on it, but I think of the Europeans, Amirati Anna is the one that I want the most in here. I put the number 10 Gear Jockey on top of Lieutenant Dan. I'm scared of Golden Pal. Maybe I should have thrown out, it's Golden Pal, not Golden Pat, Pat's friend Pal. Anyway, and Amirati Anna is my 4th choice in this race. Gear Jockey, my top choice, is I'll try to finally pick the winner of the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint, and I'll be playing it, as will you, at Naira Bets. Head on over to nairabets.com if you're not a member. Use the promo code CUP25, free $25 play, as well as a $200 deposit match.